Blessed breath of life, the months of longer, darker days are upon us again. Breathe new life upon us, urging our wandering through the underworld where bulbs and seeds sleep in fertile ground. Open our eyes that we might see mystery residing in this sacred time. As we slow our activities, may we see you in the depths of darkness where you open your treasures to us. You invite us to enter a cocoon where your love wraps us gently, and in the shadows we strip away all that encumbers us from becoming our true and most vibrant selves. Then with renewed purpose, may we tend our broken earth, companion those who feel themselves outcast, lighten the paths of the weary, and lead all in joyful, peaceful dance to you. When Death Comes by Mary Oliver. When death comes like the hungry bear in autumn, when death comes and takes all the bright coins from his purse to buy me and snaps the purse shut, when death comes like the measles pox, when death comes like an iceberg between the shoulder blades, I want to step through the door full of curiosity, wondering, what is it going to be like, that cottage of darkness? And therefore I look upon everything as a brotherhood and sisterhood, and I look upon time as no more than an idea, and I consider eternity as another possibility. And I think of each life as a flower, as common as a field daisy, and as singular, and each name a comfortable music in the mouth, tending as all music does towards silence, and each body a lion of courage and something precious to the earth. When it's over, I want to say all my life I was a bride married to amazement. I was the bridegroom taking the world into my arms. When it's over, I don't want to wonder if I've made of my life something particular and real. I don't want to find myself sighing and frightened or full of argument. I don't want to end up simply having visited this world.
When I was about grade 8, I remember my teacher reading a poem by Thomas Hood to us. The title was No. No sun, no moon, no morn, no noon, no dawn, no sky, no earthly view, no distance looking blue, no road, no street, no t'other side the way, no end to any row, no indications where the crescents go, no top to any steeple, no recognitions of familiar people, no courtesies for showing 'em, no knowing 'em, no traveling at all, no locomotion, no inkling of the way, no notion, no go by land or ocean, no mail, no post, no news from any foreign coast, no park, no ring, no afternoon gentility, no company, no nobility, no warmth, no cheerfulness, no healthful ease, no comfortable feel in any member, no shade, no shine, no butterflies, no bees, no fruit, no flowers, no leaves, no birds. November. How bleak is that? I realize now it was an adult perspective, not a child's, not a teenager's. It was November after all. The snow would soon coat all the hills. Sleighs, toboggan skates, hockey sticks, outdoor ice rinks, ski hills would soon be ready for our wildest dreams. Okay, I'm old, but that's how I remember it. The freedom of whirling around the rink on thin blades, sometimes having to dodge the hockey puck, was thrilling. skiing down a slope, or tobogganing over rough hills. Well, we could hardly wait. There is magic in childhood. It was becoming an adult and growing older that November took on a rather gloomy color. The long, lazy evenings of summer were gone, and the dark cold crept in, wrapping icy fingers around my bones and at times my heart. Sometimes I dreaded the long dark nights and wished for more light, more warmth. Do you ever feel like this? But November and darkness are also part of the season of creation. We can't allow the no in this poem to define how we'll live these few months. I've learned to accept this, and I've learned how to lean into that darkness. Sharon Blackie, an Irish author, psychiatrist, and workshop facilitator, lives in Wales. An Irish woman, she has lived in the northern wilds of both Ireland and Scotland, and certainly knows darkness. She acknowledges she liked the darkness and says that for her it is a time of great creativity. The dark is a resting place that one can slip into, allowing darkness to cover you like a cloak. She writes, "I imagine the seeds that were sown in autumn, seeds which emerged from the beautiful flowerings of the plants which bore them, dreaming underground, safely held and nourished by composting vegetation. Seeds that, for now, are fully in the underworld. Vegetation, protected by it, slowly regenerating, growing, gathering their strength for the greening time ahead. Our winter time is also about deepening and regenerating in the fertile dark, journeying into the underworld, exploring and plumbing our own depths to discover the mystery of what is within us, waiting for that mystery to be brought back out into the world, illuminated, as the light slowly returns after winter solstice, and we slowly, blinking, emerge into another spring." When we think about it, we need darkness to nurture both ourselves and our ideas. Christine Walters Paintner writes in Sacred Seasons, "The season of autumn calls me to honor the full spectrum of human experience, to not push away the sorrow and grief, to not fill the waiting with distractions." If we could view the darkness of these months as sacred time, we would be less inclined to rush around trying to fill in the void. Take time to look deep within. What is there, urging us forward? What new idea, desire, or hope is pushing tentative tendrils to the surface? Summer ends and autumn begins in a kaleidoscope of intense color and beauty. My friend's son, seeing the trees in such diverse hues, remarked, "Who could think that death could be so beautiful?" At a young age, he had grasped the concept that endings bring us to beginnings. As the leaves fall and bare branches reach toward the sky and outward to each other, we acknowledge that we must let go of everything that impedes new life. This sacred, holy darkness invites us to rest or cocoon. When a caterpillar is enveloped in the silken threads of a cocoon, it has no idea what will happen. Everything is taken from what was once a crawling and eating being. It is stripped and becomes a gooey mess. No one could imagine that a colorful, graceful butterfly would emerge. This image gives me great hope in the midst of the overwhelming news every day: climate change, the slowness of politicians to act, the greed of oil and fossil fuel companies that keep devastating the earth. the war in Ukraine, Ebola outbreaks, starvation, drought, extreme weather conditions. It seems that planet Earth is being stripped to the bare bones. What we are witnessing is a tangled mess. If we enter the darkness of November, what will we dream? What will we envision? What will we birth during this time of gestation? In a quantum universe, matter matters. Our thoughts, actions, and words make a difference in the universe. Paul Dirac, quantum physicist, poetically wrote, "Pick a flower on Earth, and you will move the furthest star." More than poetry, he was referring to our interconnectedness, our entanglement with everything in the universe. Our dreams, visions for a better world make a difference. This time of rest, our cocooning, allows us to view our home, our relationships, our world from a different vantage point. In this space, we contemplate what we have been given, and we are filled with gratitude for the bounty that is pure gift. We gather strength to face the difficulties and challenges that confront us. We renew our commitment to follow the poor man, Jesus of Nazareth, on the narrow path to justice and freedom for all. Writing about embracing an intentional life, Christine Walters-Paintner suggests that the moon offers us another window into sacred time, marking the turning of the earth and inviting us into a meditation on the times for waxing, for fullness, for waning, and for darkness. She asks, how might your life unfold if you were to trust the times of waxing and waning and rest as part of a larger and different understanding of time? In our world, we often do not take time to rest. The old adage, "the devil finds work for idle hands," is instilled in us. But let us remember that Genesis reminds us that even God rested on the seventh day. Rest has been embedded into all of creation. Our ancestors knew all about the seasons, the waxing and waning of the lunar cycles, and they lived within those constructs. We are so separated from nature, we don't even realize we are part of it. Perhaps it is time to lean into the darkness and learn about our roots again. Isaiah wrote, "And I will give you the treasures of darkness, the hidden riches of secret places, that you may know who I am." And what are these treasures of darkness? Well, a starry sky blazing against the blackness of space, hyacinths, tulips, daffodil bulbs, becoming stems, leaves, and flowers in the earthy darkness, a baby growing in the watery darkness of the womb, an author's early before dawn ritual resting as thoughts, words, ideas come to life. And, of course, passing through the veil of this life to the next. This time of death is also a treasure of darkness. Joan Chittister writes in November's Monastic Way, "This is the period when parts of us that died with the death of those we loved rise again in the recollection of past moments and tears of past tenderness. This is when we know for certain that every deed we ever do lives on somewhere in someone who remembers it. This is when we are made to see death as a prod to life. The death of the year, the death of the past begins to bloom again in the old memories and the lessons we learned from them in long-known truths and newly realized loves, in new perceptions of past obscurities. Death gives us all the gift of time. our own and the time of those around us. It calls us to stop and look at sunflowers next time, to care for the grass, always, to embrace the planet forever, to pay attention to our friends, to take comfort in the dark, to remember that the daffodils will unfold again. It is time to plant spring in our hearts, to remember the light that no darkness can overcome. Let us embrace the darkness while it lasts. Let us dream dreams, see visions, and proclaim new life, filled with the breath of life. Let us become love in the world. Amen.
The prayer attributed to Jesus, as rendered by Mark Hathaway, based on the work of Neil Douglas Klotz, Prayers of the Cosmos. O source of radiance, dancing in and about all that is, shine forth into the depths of our beings, and enkindle there the flame of your essence. Grant that it may blaze forth and fill us with its searing creativity, until fully united with your fiery desire, light pours out from us, taking form. May we be revitalized each day with nourishment for body and spirit, and be liberated from all that oppresses us as we struggle to mend the fabric of our world. Let us not be enmeshed in the nets of illusion, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For from you shine forth the precepts, the sustenance, and the generative fire, from centering to centering. Amen.